What's going on, folks? I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday evening. I said I'd be back on Wednesday, but I had other things I had to take care of. This is Big Man. We're going to be working on some more Celestial Crash dev, because that's what we do around here right now. We got to redo the main. We're actually on the main level, the game levels UI. So this is the main part of the game we're actually going to finally get to update the UI on. And that's the second to last thing of the UI we have to do, like this and the pause menu, and that's it. We're good. We can actually move on to something else. But let's get this right first. I'm actually kind of hyped to actually get this done. Oh, we still got these dudes out. Hold on. Excuse me. Let me do some cleanup here. Oops, didn't mean to tap. Put Mr. Human Limits away. Oh man, I didn't even give myself an animation. I'm just kind of still standing out there. I completely forgot about that. Let's get this started. And what am I going to do with myself tonight? Love this song. Here I am. Take me back in the corner. Let's find something else for me to do. Hold on. I don't know. I'll leave them like that for the night. Just like it's just a straight up idle. All right. That actually worked out, and that's random too, with the planet in the middle there. So here is, well, of course it looks like there's nothing here now, but when you hit the tab, it brings up the objectives and it brings up the stats. Also, you can randomly, or not randomly, per level, you could have a timer up here. In fact, let's bring up the actual image, the mock-up of what it's supposed to look like. One sec. Okay. Where is it? Did I not pull it down? Or did I not save it? I think I may have been in a different pack. I have not actually, a different order, so I don't have it actually put out here, do I? Oh no, there it is. Kind of. That's not it. All right, one sec. I'm gonna have to go actually get it from my order, from one of the people I ordered it from, or not directly from them, but like the email they sent. because I did not actually pull it out. Even though I've seen it. Shows you how much I prepared I am for this stream. Couple minutes here, just gotta go through a couple things, log in here. I forgot we've also got the win-loss screens, but those shouldn't be too bad. I don't think I even have the assets out, so I definitely have not prepared for any of this. So I'm just downloading a bunch of stuff right now. One second here. Oh, actually, I did have it out. Okay. I think, okay. I had it out. I just forgot where I put everything. Excuse me. All right, well, I'll show it. This is kind of what it looks like, but this isn't here. This is a piece of the menu that got stuck. They kind of put on here kind of by mistake, but anyway. Clock, the stats, and the objective. And what I probably want to do is I'll attach them to the tabs, like to the tab action, just like these are, so they'll come in and out. But I might want them to actually slide in, slide out. So we'll see about that. It feels like a stretch, but it seems like that would be kind of cool. Captain, what's up, man? How you doing tonight? Trying to see you over on this side instead of YouTube. Can you PM me on Discord? I'm rebuilding. Okay. Same name. Captain, I'm guessing. Let me know if I didn't just sent you a hi. Oh, you want to? Okay, sorry, I didn't understand what you want. You want a PM of the Discord link and a whisper. Okay, I got you. Gotcha. All right, I got you. Kind of wonder why my links aren't showing up on the page. I just looked at that and I was like, I'm sure I linked the Discord on my Twitch page, but it's not there. It's super weird. My head keeps looking crazy because I'm turning it. Oh, actually, I have the command. There you go. All right, so now we got to get the assets out so we can put all this together. Space 1, 2, 3, and then Am I using this at all? I don't think I am. Okay, that. And the clock and the timer icons. All right. Now, I need to put these in the background. Essentially this base in the background of these. We'll need to change the fonts over. Let's see, that's the timer. We won't worry about that right now. We'll come back to the timer. Here's the stats. Let's see here. I can look what I did for the menus. Got messed up. I need to reclaim a couple things like Steam. I got you. So you're getting your computer set up? You're the computer. I say the new computer, but I know it's like the computer you just got. Okay. I hear you, man. If you need to go, go chill. It's all good. It's the stats back, right? Okay, so that's what that is. Wonder why am I using? Image here versus a sprite renderer there. Guess so I can have material? Probably don't need that. So what if we just went ahead and did this? Let's just remove it altogether. Then we'll just put, do we even need that? We'll see. Oh, well, I need to actually not do some play mode. Closed caption is not working for me. For you, I wonder if certain. I wonder if you have to like either be at. I think your stream has to either be set up for it or it's an option that you can get. I mean, I don't know. I thought I had read something about the closed caption on Twitch. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is with the closed caption, but I don't think it's available everywhere. I mean, but I could be absolutely wrong about that. So. Why is the scale so big? I probably did that on purpose for one reason or another. The images, the placeholder images are probably really small. That's probably too big. All right, man. You take it easy. Have a good one. What's up, Riven? You're on the wrong side, man. You get caption. You're on the wrong side for that. You got to redeem for that. I'm gonna fix that soon, though. I'm gonna have it where you can't see the commands on the Twitch side. When y'all do the commands on the YouTube side, you won't see. You'll see the result, but you won't see the actual command come through chat. What are you up to tonight, Riven? Working on the game? All right, all right. Well, you were working on that in what, by the way? I was trying to remember. Because I don't think it was Unity, right? You were working on it in something else. Or maybe I'm misremembering. It is Unity. Okay, I was probably thinking about somebody else who was using like Love or something. I actually know a guy that's using Bevy. Maybe a couple, actually. So have you learned anything new? Anything interesting? Maybe I can do like, maybe I should change the fonts first before I actually like mess around with the back end, because I know the font size is going to change how much room they need. I made the movement with animations like toggle between walk and idle. All right. And flipping the character, also jumping and falling with animations. All right. Very cool, man. You'll be tweening in no time. And see, his idle is on, and he probably really shouldn't even be using his idle right now. But I can clean it up later. Not as of yet. I tried to do some blending in Inferno Arena, and maybe just because I was real early to it, or maybe it was even the version of Unity, I just couldn't get it to work right. Let's go ahead and make those font changes before we do all this stuff. What was the other one? Those Guardians original. What was this size, by the way? 15. That's pretty big. You probably make it smaller. See, so points is one color. I don't think I'm changing the colors though, or the label colors from the text colors. It probably would be a good idea. Trying to think where else I had done it. The label, the level text. Level selection text. I think these are supposed to be different. Actually, these are definitely supposed to be different than this. Like the two should be a different color from this to stand out. And I probably need to do that instead of just sticking them all in the same text space. Well, I can't like apply different styles and stuff, different text styles. But probably won't get to that tonight. Let's say 12 right now. We'll go take a look at this, go test after this. Oops, not right. So let's do a 2x2. See how it looked when it was normal. I might manipulate this just a little bit. mock-up look? There's a lot of room in there. Should I pull them together more? To close it. Well, these are closer together. Let's go out and do that first. I mean, I do like I do like the space between them, but it feels like a lot of space. So we'll come back to that. That it looks. I could probably just kind of even space it out. All right. I did not fix the scroll because I'm just going to go ahead and buy an asset for it. So we'll come back and kind of fix that up. Better JS. I like TypeScript. I think though it's a bit much where you have to enforce types in JS. I just feel like it's kind of overkill. Trying to make it's trying to make JS into something that it really isn't, right? But it has to because people are using it everywhere for everything. Because JS was never supposed to be a strong typed language. Whoops. Did I do that? Bro, it's funny when someone tells you after you write in JavaScript, do you know TypeScript? Yeah, it's like the, you know, do you even lift, bro? Like it's people like really trying to like sell themselves as application developers. Which I'm not saying they aren't, but like they're trying too hard. Like, oh, I write is C sharp. What's trying? Yeah, flexing is what I meant to say. Yeah. What's fantasy about TypeScript exactly? see, do we want to do not even writing C++ like UN32 and stuff, so you better start flexing or I'll give you types you can hear about. Actually, that feels like a lot though. Starting to feel I'm Delu. Sorry, I don't understand what that means. Delusional. Okay, yeah, that's something newer than I would know on the internets. When people started using jelly for jealous, I just stopped. The slang started just getting away from me. Because I know stuff, but for some reason I can't get a job. It's weird. Dude, I'm telling you, it's right now it's the time and it's the opportunity you need. Right now the time just stinks. Like I was saying last stream, when you have an economy or economy, maybe I say like a global economy that is in recline. Yeah, I know. But I'll reiterate, but when you have a decline is a strong word. We have a downturn, like higher level developers will take lower pay, will take lower wages and lower positions, and these companies will eat that up. And then the moment the economy gets better, they'll bounce to a more lucrative opportunity. But instead of the company hiring a junior dev for what they would pay a junior dev for and actually train them up to be a stronger developer, they'd rather get a strong developer on a junior dev wage and in a position that should be for a junior dev, but they'll use them like a senior or whatever, or a higher level dev. I have. This is not it. The stream is not it. But if you scroll down, you'll see it. I hear you. But it's right in the description of the Twitch channel. It's right in the. Hold on, let me make sure because I thought something was down there earlier. It wasn't. Yeah, it says I'm an indie dev, owner of Revcom Gaming, and working on 2 games. In the about section is what I meant to say. My head. All right. I wonder if I should move them all somewhere else. Well, first, let's get this for when I come out of play mode. No, this is not what I wanted. I won't remember any of this. I have the memory of a goldfish. Okay. Or keep them here and then have it slide on screen from this position. Let's see what's. I wonder if I'm turning off the render. I can't remember what I did actually. I wonder if I'm turning off the render while it's not on screen. To do this, they appear. I'm inactivated? I am. That's super weird. I may get rid of that. 'Cause I don't like that where I can't. If I'm doing that, that means I won't be able to access it in the script until it's active. I don't like that. It leaves too many issues. How does that look? So why does that look like that's behind it? Why are you acting like this? can probably up the fonts as well. It seems like a little bit bigger. Huh, maybe. Why do you like you're behind that? Hmm. Let's go in here. Mm. It does feel like they're behind it. I'm not gonna lie, I will do Next.js. I will do Next.js. Do you work with that? No, I have no interest in Next.js. I really even haven't touched Node, which is a lot of, which would be connected to a lot of things that I actually work with, but I just have not had any real need or desire to learn it. It's a React framework, but some people ask for Next.js experience. Yeah, because it's got the backend too. If I remember correctly, Next.js has a written backend as well, or a connected backend. Connected backend functionality. -10. Remember, why is that -10? Oh, did I set that? Yeah. But you can do a React.js and connect to Node.js to see this is better, but I will do Next.js now so I have a project in it. Okay, but like that's the thing about it, like you can React can talk to whatever backend you want. I mean, I've written JS WebSockets that talk to the back end as well. So it's just Node as a wrapper for all that. Yes, why? So why do should have limited options? I just don't think Next.js is that developed. Yeah, I'm quite honest with you. It tries to be the in between, like the React's front end and Node's back end essentially. So used to learn. It's not used to learn anything. Learning should be looked at as its own reward. Now, what you want out of it is one thing compared to just learning it. If what you want out of it is going to prove useless, then that's something else. But learning itself is never useless. Because I actually did take when I was learning React, I did take the section, I went through the section for Next.js. And I was like, I'll never need this, but I might as well just learn it. So I know what it is. Just messing around, see if I'm... All right, I know that ain't it. I know that's not the issue. This real quick. I like that better, and it doesn't take up that much more space. Why are you like that? Do here. Doesn't look like that.
In the midst of all that's cruel, there's a light, one that proved to all we know how there's fell before, and the chance of endless truth. Hope is alive, maybe our only chance to survive. Yeah, it's me, it shows us what to fear. The drive before your eyes, and through the fog, the need, and through the hours, the need. You said to be the one
The back is on the top level.
for me, beyond this broken cry. It's all, it must.
Or above everything. Should not matter. I also forgot about that. If you scroll while this is out, this just stays there. Another bug to fix. Oh, that worked. Oh, should I have it move with it when it scrolls? I could, but again, stuff for later. I think that one's good. We can move on to the other one. Stretches, stretch. See, made that 4.5. That's the timer. We're not doing that yet. We are looking for the objectives template. Temperature gets high, I go on. Oof. And I'm still like wondering if I've got issues with my computer. Because it crashed after like the first string back, like a couple hours after the first string back, and all I had was browser tabs up. Like wasn't even running anything. I actually have an app. Yeah, I have a app that actually tells me the temperature. I'm supposed to be using it to keep track of stuff. I don't know if I've got it on here now, or I don't know if I've got it up now. That was me starting it. Which temperature, Sally? What temperature said normally for us? I'm not sure actually. Mine is 39 Kelvin or Celsius. Celsius. How is it 70? So get the MSI Afterburner is what I'm using. That's supposed to let you mess with your settings. That's the background for that. Objectives template. Let's go in the game and actually see it in action. Because sometimes I get, yeah, like what the heck is going on in your system for that type of heat generation? To me, it almost sounds like something's about to die. I hate to say it. Is this the level UI canvas? So I guess this is it? Yeah, that's it. Setup over here is kind of weird. You can tell I built this at different times. Like some of the setups are completely different from others. Like those two should be almost exactly the same, yet they're set up completely differently. Didn't get rid of them out here, did I? Oh, image. Okay, I did. Okay, never mind. See how it looks on in the game. It's way too big. It's super small. So weird it has to be that big. What does our mock-up look like? If one, they're closer. And I can't decide if I want them in the corners or oh, that's one thing too. It's turning off the sprite render to get rid of it, which is one thing I have to take out of the code. Dude, I've been listening to this soundtrack like all day today. It's stupid good. One thing we can do, we can go ahead and make the change to that text. To see how it's going to look, how much space it's going to need. And it's got to be an arbitrary size because it's not. The objectives could be. There could be a number of objectives and limits. So if we look at, well, it needs to be that big. Yeah. grab a snapshot of it. Let's see how it looks. We'll look at a couple levels, see how that works. I'm guessing Sprite Render wants to turn it, wants to get rid of it. Alright, let's check out another level. Yeah, let's see. What's up here? Stats background. Actually, it needs to be level with this, so actually I need to do that. You at least need to do that. I don't know if it's gonna match though. Like I want it to. Yeah. So this is on camera. UI is not based on camera, right? It is. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go grab that water real quick. Right back. All right, we're back. You know, the funny thing is, I forgot I don't have a BRB screen anymore. I literally hit for it to go to the BRB screen and forgot the BRB screen, it doesn't exist anymore. So that's one thing I need to fix one day. All right. We need these two to align. And I don't think they're on the same coordinate system. So we could just eyeball it. Stats and the level UI. Screen. Maybe count the scales. Not sure what that is. Not sure what it is, but anyway. Whoops. Nope. Oh. Man, actually, use its own router. Oh no. I hope it's no big difference. Oh, you talking about it just directs to the URL to your function and talking about a router? I don't remember. It's been a while, so I looked at Next.js. I only looked at it the one time during the training. Oh, you thought it used React Router? No, yeah. React Router DOM. Okay. We'll do the timer after this, and then we'll make it so these things are off the screen, and then we'll have them slide on screen. Completely unnecessary, but why not? Oops, I picked the wrong level. So I wonder though, it's sliding up, and really what it should be doing is inserting downward. Wait, oh, okay. That's right. That's right. So I only have I don't have anything with more than 2 objective and limitations. I wonder if I can go add some. Well, let's go check the code. Have value. Score objective, chain objective, destruction objective. I guess I'm doing that over here. Create accounts, speed, destroyer, cooldown. A score objective. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's see how that works. Put a bunch of objectives in there, limitations. I didn't realize it did objective, objective, objective. Yeah, I don't like that at all. And doesn't even fit. Yeah, it wouldn't even fit on there. So we're gonna have to dynamically scale the background as well. That's something I think about as well. That definitely is not working the way it's supposed to work there. So we're definitely gonna have to we're gonna have to manually scale it. I feel that's a bad idea, but it'll work. Hold on, I got Steve. Excuse me. All right. I don't think what to do next. At least it looks like it's doing it in order where objectives are listed first, and then you have the time limit. The limits are next. So I'm satisfied with this for now. We'll come back and fix this in a second. We're going to do the timer next. And then we'll start like actually fixing this stuff up and cleaning it up. Because I don't want to do one spot and then we got to go back and do the others. Stuff to the others the same. I mean, we got to go back and like do things across all three of them. And we were just messing around with one. So let's just keep moving on. Keep pushing on. Excuse me. All right, cough there. Still feel like I'm recovering. Let me do that. It's the timer. I'm still thinking about a couple things, but yeah, let's move on to the timer. Where's my mock-up? Did I close it again? Okay. So there's the timer up in the corner here. Let's see the clock, and I really like that design, by the way. And I'm still debating on should these be that close or should I keep it like I have it where one's in one corner and one's in another, because I want them to slide like up and slide kind of perpendicular, diagonally. I want them to slide diagonally in. Like trying to get my hands to do it, slide diagonally in. Anyway. And this will slide down. Maybe I have it slide diagonally in as well. I got a sneeze trying to come and it just won't come. My brain is not right. Maybe you take a break, man. How long you been braining today? Sometimes you brain too hard, it goes soft. I wonder, should this... I don't think I should need to scale the timer. It's not like this. It's not like this. I see something that it's like not reasoning, but it's working. Well, it just means that you copied, but you don't have an understanding yet. So you need to kind of backtrack. You need to kind of backtrack by what you did and look through each thing and understand what each like line of code is doing really. I actually need to change the text so we know the size. We need to cover. I have broken something. And really, I chose the wrong one. I've probably broken a lot of things at this point. Ooh. What is it? Oh, it's a time trial now. Okay, well. When I can change that code, because I don't need that right. I don't need all that right now. Probably did not fix anything. Yeah, because the timer, when it's a timed level, it tries to interact with the timer, which I have broken. I probably should go ahead and start doing the code cleanup now to fix that stuff. It's probably going to stop me from doing anything further. Actually, I now understand. Yeah, that's what it's for. That's what AI should be used for. These folks that are vibe coding, you know, I feel like that's a dead end at some point. You know what's exactly, you know what exactly next generation is smart. What is it? What is it smart in? I'm guessing what you're asking. What is it smart in? That tries to like integrate the UI and the mid-tier in, like it tries to do integrations between UI and mid-tier seamlessly. Your UI and your networking levels. All right, let's start fixing some code, or let's at least get some code to the point where it doesn't error. We probably won't do everything we were going to do in the code, but at least let's let it not error anymore. Yeah, here it is right here. Like I put the folder name and it connects directly to the route, and it has a page, so I don't set up manual. Yeah, isn't it like a folder can be, it treats like the site as like a folder structure on the back end. So a page in a folder is a subdirectory. It's not a subdirectory, is a sub-page on the site, I guess. Almost treats it like sub-sites in a site. As if I'm remembering properly. So let's take care of this. I think this is where our problem is. It's enabling, disabling, yep. That's sprite render for the tutorials. Other sprite renderers we need to take care of. Those are all fine. Celestial body, nope. Nope. Energy, nope. Body object, nope. Body object, nope. Stats background. Why am I getting the errors off of this? So here's where we'll come back and put the scrolling in, or the sliding in and out, where these were. I'll make us a nice function. Yada, yada, yada. It'll be so much cleaner. Well, that's why I didn't error, because I had that still up there. All right. So that should take care of our errors, so we can actually continue working on the actual interface. Oh, I forgot. Should it slide in and out if it is going to be disappearing after every 3 seconds? Because what it's doing is every 3 seconds I take away the timer, so it's not the distraction. So like after every 10 seconds, it appears for 3 seconds, shows you the current time, and then goes away unless you hit the tab bar to make the menu come up, like it's doing now. See, that makes me not want to have anything slide in, because it could be super annoying if the timer just keeps popping up or keeps sliding in. Popping up is one thing, but sliding in is another. Hmm. I don't think we should add that slide in. It can cop. It could cop. Why did I say cop? It could pop in and out. The other two will slide in though. All right. So we want to make that kind of tight. We want to put our image in there. We don't need this frame. Image would just work just fine. Wow, it makes it so big. Oop, it's not what I want it. Nice chill play. I'd vary it up so I don't fall asleep. And I've said that before on here. Do you sleep on? Did you sleep on stream before? There have been times where I've like started to fade out because you know I do a whole day of work and then I do other stuff and then I come in here because by the time I get off of here it is probably like around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, like normally. And then I'm so wired from the stream I probably don't even go to bed for another couple hours. Yeah, I work remote. Yeah. How's the game? It's coming along, man. How you doing, Searching? Y'all, please go check Searching out. He's doing an amazing game called Crab Meat. If you like horror games, you can check his out. He's got a boat. I saw a horrifying crab on his stream one time. Oh, just adding trailer. Nice, nice. Let me know you got the trailer. I'll check it out. Yeah, I went back and looked at some of the DMs we had talked about, and actually, because I was thinking about the UI stuff, and I was like, oh wait, he showed me like the UI database, and I went back and looked at that DM you sent me about it, and I went and was checking out all those different UIs. I was just like, I was actually stunned about all the different UIs, like, what's a good way to put it? All the different types of designs for UIs out there. Just, you know, I guess I was looking for some, like, not inspiration. Yeah, it is. But I was just interested in seeing, like, the different designs. Thank you, Riven. Thank you. Unity dev like myself, and he has definitely helped me out. Why I took that off screen, because I know we'll bring it back up in a second. Let's go ahead and see it actually work. Hey, go for it, man. For real. The thing that gets me like on like Reddit is these when I'm on Reddit, I see these posts about, am I too old to start doing game dev, or am I too old to start doing like YouTube content? Like, how old do you think you have to be before you just stop? Like, is there like, there's an age where, like, if you try to like open Unity, something comes and cuts off your hand. Like, I'm just like, what are people thinking? It's in the background. Oh, okay. I know what I need to do. I need to, it's out of here. I think they're worried about how long it takes to go from making something to make some good. Yeah, but that seems like a different question. Like asking like somebody like the average time it takes to like make a game is a very broad question to begin with. But like asking like, am I too old to start something is like you're asking people for permission to do something. Or asking if something's okay to do, and you're an adult, and you're not hurting anybody. Oh, that's right. Take the time out altogether. Let's do that in the code. Let's get this position right. And then we can even up the font size. Okay, so let's go say that. Jump to our code. Code. So searching, like, what's the next big, like conference or event that you want to go to in the lines of game dev that you will go to, or that you want to go to this year? They're not working. Oh, I forgot. I actually have to activate it. Oh, it needs to be have this. Okay, so I need to go back in the code. I need to add, if it's single digits, I need to add a 0. Okay. Actually, I need to get it to Texas. Yeah, okay. Okay, here's where I need to update that text. Okay, so I need to actually get rid of that again. Time. Okay, so this gets the time. Time left. Time left greater than 0. And remain output. Seeing this logic in bulk makes me overwhelmed. That's why people get scared from code. I mean, yeah, if you're just looking at it, because this is like I've wrote this since like 2024 on stream, so like I know. And of course, I've been writing code for decades at this point. So somebody just looking at this would be overwhelmed. But like, I wonder if they actually like were paying attention. If they were sitting there when I was writing it and was paying attention, I wonder if it would be that daunting. But just coming in and seeing it, yes, it would be like I've sat down and like somebody's put like C code in front of me, and I've like had to figure out what it does. It won't help. But like I've had I worked in defect remediation, so remediation. So like I've had like a bunch of code just slapped down in front of me, and I had to figure out what it does. So I understand that feeling of just getting a bunch of stuff slapped in front of you, and it's just daunting to figure out what the heck is even going on in there. It will help. It won't be this hard. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you just saw it, like if you saw me writing down the logic of it, you know, you just didn't see it all at once. Yeah, it wouldn't be that bad. I think, why would this ever be? This is always 0. Oh, no, it isn't right here. Sorry, I missed that line. Let's see, this is me remembering what I actually wrote. So it's greater than a minute. Go ahead and get the minute time. What should happen is if this value is greater than 10, or sorry, less than 10, I need to add a 0 to it. I doubt we'd have a time bigger than, I doubt we're going to have like hours on this, so it's probably just going to be minutes, seconds. So this needs to be you make it 2 strings so you can show it on the UI. Yeah, I'm converting this time value I got from here. This time in seconds, remaining time in seconds, I'm converted to a string for display. Yes. Rip Riverboy, what happened? Oh, okay, let me look it up because I've actually like talked to him on IG. Oh snap! 9 months ago? Oh snap! Wow. I did not know. Yeah, big ups to Riverboy, man. Oh, that's cool. Wow. I'm just reading it real quick. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I briefly spoke to him on IG because he gave me permission to use his music. So yeah, he seems like a really cool guy. Okay, if this is, actually I need a couple of statements here. Or do I? Because this is handles if it's less than 0, I'm guessing, or less than 10. This is greater than 1. So if it's greater than 60, go ahead and get the minute piece off. You know, I've still never beat the original StarCraft, and I've played it. I played it through a couple times. I kind of love it, but I just never can beat it. Yeah, I don't think I need to do all that here. I think this would have been fine. I'll just add the 1 in if it's less than, if it's, wait a minute. It should be less than 10. Just add the 0 in to the time. And then we come down here. So if there's anything already in there, yeah. Thank you so much, Searching and Active. Really appreciate you stopping by and all the help you give, man. You take it easy and have a good night. Yeah, if there's anything left over, then this is seconds. Or if there's here, okay. If there's something in here, we're just pretty much going to be tacking on like zeros if this is 0. But what I'm going to want to do now is put double zeros on that, on ahead of that. Or if it's less than 60. Let's see. All right. So we come in here. If there's anything in here, we want to add this and then the 0 if the remaining time is less than 10. The time left is greater than 0. And it's less than 60. I'm just going to add that on. Wait. Why are these? What's the difference between these? Is that not the same thing? Oh, floor and round. Okay, good grief. I told you, like, by the time I get in here, man, my brain is fried. Okay. So for less than 60, tack it on. If not, add the extra 0. And then if it's less than 60, we're just going to add a bunch of zeros on it. So this now will always be true, right? Yeah. So this is true. So we don't need this either. We're always going to add this because we're going to have the double zeros. Okay. I think that's good. And we simplified things, which I like. I think that works. Well, wait a minute. Okay. I think this is unnecessary. Hmm? Oh, this is if you came in and this was 0. I think we move this. Wait a minute, I think that's right. Yeah. You can come in, add that. It's greater than 0. Just throw the number on the end. Yeah, I think that works. In fact, I don't even think we need this in here. In fact, I don't even think we need this. We're just going to do it anyway. Oops. I love simplifying code. All right, let's see how that works. Okay, I can. Let's just see about upping that font size. Almost good. 30 and oh. smaller. That looks better. So 25. Clip that. I wasn't on the right thing. All right. That's good. It's a little bit longer than this, but that's completely fine. Yeah. Probably it's a little bit smaller. A little bit. And that's good enough. Go ahead and add in the pause button next to it. Might even wire that up tonight. Oops. Ah, I picked the wrong thing, right? Why does it say timer button? I guess it is the timer button in there. It's weird though. Let's see, what is the item? The timer background. It's just 55. So it's not even that big at all. Beginning not to grab that. Something here. That's not coming in right. Grab it. Go. Select the right object. Here you go. Okay. Oh, I get it. It's just one and I have to shape it. Or tile it. What the fuck is these prices on Gucci's? Wait a minute, Gucci? I mean, Gucci seems like it's always been expensive. Like, I've never heard Gucci and not thought expensive. Seven Kings. Yeah, and I'm sure like shirts, yeah, and I'm sure like with the tariffs even worse. I wouldn't be caught dead wearing that anyway. Oh, bro, you have Gucci all over your room. The heck I do. Man, I shop at like Walmart. Like that's the basement. That I am in the basement bargain store. That's the timer back. Or the pause menu back, right? That's like tight. Come on, man. Let's do it again. Let's get this back a little bit. Reasonable. Wrong thing. It's weird. The way that shape looks weird. In fact, let's take these down some. But I do want this to be the same height as this. Then we can grab these again. Okay, that looks all right. But this needs to be a button. We need to figure out what it's going to click, or what it's going to execute when it's clicked. So we have a pause menu here. I know it's going to move. It's going to call the function that moves it. I do kind of like the way that is. It doesn't look like the image, but it's fine. It's not rounded like I want, but it's fine. Rounded at the edges. All right. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Okay. Oh, think here. What's next? Oh, wiring this up. There needs to be whatever gets us into this mode. I need to make a function. I need to do exactly this. do this one up for Riverboy. Let's do it. Okay.
It's okay to cry. Mama will stay by your side. Let me sing you a song while I hold you tight. I'll be here to kiss you goodnight. Our day was short, somehow time flew by. I know it's hard to say goodbye, but tomorrow will come and we'll start a new day and see what adventures await. If you wake up in the darkness and cry out from loneliness, I'll sing our song until your tears dry. You're never alone, my little light.
Oh, pause level selection switch. That's what we'll do. Trying to make sure my nomenclature was being followed.
Little one, if you stumble and fall, if you begin to lose hope, don't ever forget I'm here if you need me. I'll hold your hand until you let it go.
Oh, I didn't actually sign it. Well,
And when you wake up in the morning, we'll set out on a journey toward the future, toward new skies, hand in hand, loved by sunlight.
Oh, I need to put the camera on there because the, okay. I need to put the object on that the script is on in there. Okay. I think that's in the wrong place. There we go. Oh, this is not going to work well because once that button is moved, which I can't see right now because it's not on screen because I need to get to the point where I'm moving things. I can't test it. Unless I manually move it on screen. Oh, it didn't move. Okay. Well, that's one thing I gotta fix too. This stuff needs to come off screen when you click it. And then I need to actually change the function that it's calling, or change the logic so that when it calls it and the menu's open, it flips it. It'll call the other function to close it. What to do first? I got a feeling we ain't gonna get all this done tonight because there's a lot's piling up. Needs to get done. But this at least works. It gets the menu out there. And really, it doesn't need to undo the menu because it's not going to be on screen once you click it. But then I also know that once you click it, it's still going to have focus. I know that's an issue with Unity. You playing your game? I am. In fact, I have your game and another game to play. I am debating because this weekend we're going to be snowed. Well, not really snowed in where I am, but it's going to be bad outside where traveling is not going to be great. So I might be home this weekend, and I had debated about having just a stream of games, stream for playing games, or your game and another game. Really, the other game will be a play test. I'm still thinking about it. Depends on what happens this weekend. I might just have it like an impromptu stream. I think it's time to go ahead and start moving stuff now. Actually working on the functionality. But also, I want to, first though, I should figure out where I want things to be. Like the actual position they're going to end up on screen. I also want to consider how big, how big this area by default is going to be, because I think we're going to need to scale it. I don't see any other way. Well, no, because at this point, this thing is taking up. Where is it at? This big boy's taking up a substantial amount of area. And it's still not long enough when you put everything up there. It's back. It should come, I think it should come here first. And then you slide it up and possibly scale it depending on the number of things you got to stick in there. I think that works. But now what about its default? So we'll leave it at this will be the default value, the default size. Then we'll scale the Y as we start entering things. So this is going to sit here. And then also if it scales, it's also got to move up. So we have to kind of figure that out. Whoops, didn't grab everything. Okay. Let's look at the mock-up. Where is the mock-up? Actually, like this had a little bit of space, I might add that. Kind of like where this is. We'll move that over a little bit. It's good enough. All right. So this is the starting positions for everything. I need to record all this down because we're going to move them back off screen. Or we could just do something silly like have it all moved off screen when this game starts. That way you don't have to worry about it. Do you think full stack plus game dev is a good combo? I think full stack plus anything is a good combo because I'm full stack. I mean, having a diverse set of skills is only going to serve you well. Game dev problem is I feel I need to know cloud too. So my feeling on that is if you're going to be a cloud engineer, yes. If you're going to do stuff with cloud, like my job, I do mess around with like AWS. I don't use any Docker, Kubernetes. Yeah, but my point I'm about to make is I would take what you need of that. Like I personally don't feel like every engineer needs to be like an expert in cloud. They just need to know enough to do what they need to do. Like I know Docker because I mess with that with the AI stuff. That's the only time I mess with Docker. Because the Docker stuff is actually set up by and that's a good point I'm about to make here. The cloud stuff is usually handled by the cloud engineers or the DevOps team. Like if you're just a regular engineer, you're not going to even mess with that stuff. They're going to provide you whatever tool you need to like push your code to the cloud server or the cloud storage or activate a Lambda or whatever. Like you yourself don't need to know cloud that well unless you're going to be a cloud engineer or on a DevOps team or a DevOps team that does cloud. Because right now in my job, like you can't touch any of that stuff. The only thing we can do is like restart it. What do you think I need to know about it just depends on, okay, fundamentals, yes. Know your fundamentals. You understand how Docker works. You understand how Kubernetes works with Docker. You understand how AWS what's a good way to put it? You know how functionally AWS works. Let's just say it like that. But you don't need to be an expert in everything. But like I know like I've been messing with Google on my own for years, so I Google Cloud for years, so I know that type of stuff. And then I did do a there was a project I had to work on one time where we had to convert stuff over to use Google Cloud, so I understood how that worked. I understood what a pub sub is. I understood, you know, how, what is that process called? The process where you essentially like promises for cloud. I can't think. My brain is turned to mush right now. But you know what I'm saying. Like you send a request off to the cloud server, and your code has a hook for when it comes back to execute. Jeez, what is that? Now I'm gonna rack my brain trying to remember what that term is. But it's not blocking. You know, it's your code continues on, and it has the hook for when the cloud server returns a response. All right. What am I going to do now? Can't be. So we probably need to put some of the stuff in its own. So these need to be in their own game object. Timer. Section. So Docker is just like something I give my code to. It runs it. It's a container. It just runs it inside of a container, and you can have it like its own headless virtual operating system type deal. So I can tell. So I need to understand more in it. Or is it this simple? I mean, it's pretty. I was afraid of using Docker for a very long time because everybody was up on it, and I was just like, I don't want to be in the new fad. But Docker, and I didn't want to get deep into it, and I was trying to learn other things. But Docker is simply just a container, and you can just give it instructions on what operating system to set up or what programs to pull down. Like with my AI stuff, I run Llama. Llama. I run an instance of Llama inside of a container that it has downloaded the model for, and then it exposes it as a service. I can tell Docker to expose that container as a service. So my code talks to the service that goes in, that essentially routes it into the container to talk to Llama, the application running in the container. And then you can get deeper in there. You don't have to, but I got deeper in there where I could tell it prioritize using GPU. I could tell it. I can write Docker compose. Excuse me. Docker compose script that would good grief, that would kind of activate it, or it would set it up if it needed to be, if I don't have all the requirements. Set it up, tell it to, to expose the service or whatever, and then I can tell it to shut it down with a command in command line or something like that. It makes it very easy to containerize an operation. And then cloud allows you to actually push Docker containers directly up to them. Or you push code and it automatically containerizes it in a Docker container, stuff like that. And then I haven't done much of Kubernetes, but I think Kubernetes just runs Docker containers. But it just lets you put together a container to run something in. Okay, so I've got this. This, and this are what I need to be moving. Yeah, I'm wondering if there's some browser stuff going on, because like I said, my computer crashed when I was just looking at the browser, looking through like a couple tabs of browsers. Like, I don't know, it's super weird. Like, my whole computer just froze. For no apparent reason after like the first stream where I came back. And it wouldn't surprise me if like there was some issue with Chrome or something that would actually kill your computer. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws. Because I have no idea why my computer is still having issues after it got cleared. So you're saying you run or your AI stuff on Docker, like Docker here is like AWS. What container actually means? Okay, so you're saying you run your AI stuff on Docker, like Docker here, a local Docker. Yes, I run it I run my AI assistant in local Docker instances. Well, sorry, let me clarify. I'm running a local Python environment. Why do you need Docker if you have local? Okay, just let me go through the setup. So I'm running a local Python environment, right? And the AI needs to run in instances of Llama. So instead of having just multiple instances of Llama running on my machine that could crash, by the way, and possibly take other things with it, I run them in Docker instances as exposed services. And I can control them through scripts. So my AI script running in its own environment is just reaching out to these different services so Docker can make multiple act like one. Well, imagine it like threads, right? imagine it like threads. It's like it's like something running in a thread, right? You can have that running parallel, and you can kill the thread. Does that make sense? That's a very simplified way of looking at it, but it's just, it allows you to run things in parallel environments that you can control from the outside, and then you can expose them for traffic to go in and out of them. I hope I'm right. I could be. I feel like I was correct on what I just said, but I'm sure an expert with Docker would probably have some points to make about that. But that's still on your PC, so multiple will crash your PC, then multiple on parallel environments will crash still because it's on the same. No, it's containerized. That's what I'm saying. Like, if the container, if there's an issue with the container, it's not messing up your entire PC. Still, yeah, that the whole point of Docker is to make sure it's containerized, so you're not, so it's not so it's not corrupting other processes. So your container, you have something online going, Docker will something online going, or on Docker, like compress it. I don't know about compressing. I'm trying to parse your question here. So, and I feel like you're looking at Docker like it's something that runs somewhere else. Docker will run a container wherever you tell it to run, if it's on a cloud server or if it's on local. Right. But when I use the thread, comparison, yes, if a thread breaks, it can corrupt other threads. So that's not a good comparison. But Docker tries to compartmentalize every single thing every single instance you're running off of it. So I can have an instance where I'm running one app in a Linux environment, and then I can have run another instance where it's running something in a headless Windows. So basically what I get from Docker when I run on PC, I can take advantage of it by running multiple games. No, I don't know about that, because you would need a game with output video. I'm just saying, but you could run apps. You can run apps inside those containers. Now, you could probably do some magic if you're really good with Docker by getting those video feeds out of there. I don't know how you would do that. But that's still taking your computer resources as well, because I can only run so many containers. Well, I will say I can only run. No, wait, I won't say that. It's not the containers I can only run. I can only run so many AI. I can only run so many llama-based containers because they're all taking up my resources, or pulling on my GPU as they're running. All right. I need to record the positions of these three things. Is it worth to learn Docker plus Kubernetes in general? Like, I can learn them in 1 month? Yeah. In general, yes. Like I said, learning it is always beneficial. Just don't expect to be an expert in it. Unless you want to be, unless you really think you're going to be using Docker and Kubernetes and whatever you're pursuing. But it's always beneficial to learn. You know what? I probably should have implemented these three. Thinking about this on the, but nah, that wouldn't work anyway. Never mind. I was thinking that for the level stuff, but I don't think that would have worked anyway. All right. I'm still confused. What's the difference between cloud and container? I feel that they are the same. I need to watch a video. So cloud is just server somewhere running something, right? Like it's just another computer that you're leasing space resources from. Well, that's all that cloud is. And then a container is just a module that you have something in, that you're running something in. And certain cloud most cloud platforms allow you to just straight up push your container into the cloud for them to run. That's all that is. So yes, so what I need to do is this: instead of running it directly, it manages it better. Yes, you're kind of there. If you know what a virtual machine is. I don't want to get too into the virtual machine because it is more than just a container, but as you can imagine, I feel like I'm murdering this. So basically, when I want to run code, it's better to use Docker. If you want to contain it in an environment, in its own like environment, yes. I hate to use the word environment because I know that's not right. But if you want to run it within something, like I could run something in a Linux container on my Windows PC. You get what I'm saying? And then I can decide how it's exposed to the rest of my machine. So to finish the conversation, give one more example. Why would I run my app on Docker? Because it's self-contained, so you don't have to. It's self-contained for the sake of like resources, for like the safety of your other resources, or your other running resources, I guess. Hopefully, I'm putting this correctly. You can make environmental. You can set up environments around what you're running that you normally wouldn't have on your machine. You can expose it in ways that you need to have it available. So I always want to run better. So I always use Docker. I mean, there's a yes and no answer to that. I don't think you need Docker for everything, but it definitely helps. Like say when I was doing the AI stuff, I could actually have one container and I could have a template for one container. This is a good one. I had a template for one container and I could like run it multiple times. I could run multiple instances of it. I think if I know the reason for when not to use it, I would understand. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's necessary if you just want to run an app. If you're just running an app on your machine, it's overkill. But if you're doing something like I said, where I had Olama, and I wanted to run different models in it, and all I needed to do was spin up like say 4 instances of the template, and then just tell it to load in the specific model into that instance. And it's running, and they're each running their own instance of Llama with different AI models. So one could be running DeepSeek, another one could be running Olama, the model Olama, another one could be running Gwen, and I can only get up to 2 on my machine though. That's but I'm saying like that would be how that will feasibly work. And they're all containerized, so I could actually take one down by command, or I can have them all on different port, and I can have them all on different ports for communication with my script. Okay, yes, this one. Oops, let me put that up there. That's background. That's holder here. Section. It's interesting. But I don't think I want the time. I don't want the time to go with the pause. Maybe to move. Actually, let's take this out here. We got that. I don't think that's going to matter anyway. The positions really aren't going to matter because I'm going to probably make them relative to the edges. We'll see. We'll see when we get here. And I may, if the start gets too deep, I may have to just call it for the night. We'll pick up next time. Okay, stats holder. Okay, so consistency is one aspect of why you would use a container, because make sure it always runs the same on all devices because it's self-contained. Yeah, yeah. But like I said, you could have templates as well. Because like with my with the AI assistant, like it's just one template of Olama that I could run multiple times. I could tell it what I want Olama. I can tell Olama in each instance what I want it to do. And then you could have things like the template is just like a YAML file, and you could just push your YAML file up to like AWS, and it'll just recreate your from that file. It would just recreate the template, which you can then run instances of your template up in the cloud. Stats holder. Okay. I think we're not going to do this anymore. Oh, that means I need to write a process to move those over time, over each frame. Yeah, I think that's going to be too much. I don't really want to get into all that. Well, I could do it. I could. But do I want to get into it tonight? To be honest, I need some people to help me with the actual market. Big part is why I feel clueless, because I learned by myself and I can't find someone to make sure I'm on the right track or not. Other people tell me you should know yourself, like I don't. I think that's a real unrealistic expectation from people, that you're supposed to just come knowing everything. Like, I wouldn't want to work for those people or work with those people to begin with, because they don't take into, they don't, they're hypocrites because they had to learn from somewhere and learn from someone, but they expect other people to just come with full swaths of knowledge. Or they learn on their own and they just think everybody can learn like that, and they don't respect the fact that other people have different processes for learning or different ways of learning. Like I talked about the other stream where I was talking about me being a kinetic learner versus someone who could like sit and who actually needs to sit and like watch tutorials, and they learn visually or through instruction. How do I make this work? I probably would have to write a process that at the top of the update, if there's anything that needs to be moved, it would go ahead and do it. Man, I definitely don't feel like doing it tonight. Is there anything else I want to do tonight? Because I'm going to do that process. I'll go ahead and write something that will, and then I'll just have a list of what it needs to be moved, and they'll know from what position to what position. That's a lot. Because I like that presentation. Yeah, I don't want to do it tonight. So I think we're going to start to call it. Let's go ahead and find someone. Well, first let's test it, because I know I just made some changes. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, so now they're on there. Until I set up the process to get rid of them. All right. So that's good enough for tonight. Okay. We're going to raid Nate Lapped. So there are, I have, let me see if I can do it. 7, 3. See if it works. There we go. If y'all could spam that, much appreciated. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you to Capgen. Thank you to Riven. Thank you to when we get the 24/7 stream. I want to do it one day. Honestly, that was part of the name. So I want to do 24/7 streams, always on streams, but I couldn't do it. At least not then. I couldn't. I don't want to get into it right now, but yes, I want to do that. But let's go ahead and get this started. Thank you guys so much, Ribbon and Caption and Searching for stopping by, and all the lurkers that came through. Much appreciate you guys. I might be back this weekend to play some games. I definitely will be back on Monday doing more of this. So whoops. Let's do this. Oops, I lost him. Okay, why are you doing it? Come on, stop. Okay, I'm having technical difficulties. 1 second. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out.